Hello students, in previous part of this chapter we have read about second law of motion. Now we will study about the application of second law of motion. Right. So what was second law? Second law was rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force applied, right? Or in mathematical term we can write it as mv minus u divided by t is directly proportional to f, right? So according to this equation we can have that force applied on a body is directly proportional to mass. Okay, force applied on a body is directly proportional to velocity also, but force applied is indirectly proportional to time, right? So I am saying directly proportion and indirectly proportion. So directly proportion is direct effect, okay, and indirectly proportion is indirect effect, or we can say adverse effect. Okay, so when the mass of a body is greater, we need greater force to move it. Okay, if we need that our body should attain a greater speed, then we need greater force. This is direct effect. That means they are directly proportional. If it is increasing, it is also increasing. If it is decreasing, it is also decreasing. Okay, but in case of time, if the time increases, force decreases. If the time decreases, force increases. Okay, so let's have some examples of the application of second law of motion. Suppose you are pushing a cart, shopping cart, one is empty and one is full. So which one is easier to move? Definitely this one. Why? Because it has less mass. That means if the mass is less, the force required is less. But if we are pushing a cart which is full, has more mass, it requires great force. It requires large force to move this. Okay. So this was the example of directly proportion of mass. Now we are taking the example of velocity. Suppose you are pushing a car and a truck with the same force. Okay. What you observe, that car will attain greater speed, but truck will not move or will have less speed or less velocity. Why? Because if we need that the velocity of any object should be greater, we need to apply a greater force. Okay, so here mass factor also works, that the mass of the car is less, so we can move it easily, and the mass of the truck is large, so it cannot be moved easily. Now if we talk about the time factor, you play ball, right? You play on a playground with a football and cricket ball also. When you catch a ball, you pull your hands backward. Why? Because it increases, this backward motion increases the time interval between the change of velocity. Final velocity, that means after catching the ball, velocity becomes 0, okay, 0 meter per second, right? But at the time of when you are catching the ball, the velocity has some value, right? So if the instant change will occur, it can hurt you. So to decrease or to avoid hurting, we increase the time interval. Okay, so if the time interval will be great, the force will be less. But we have read that force is indirectly proportional to time, right? So if the time interval will be large or more, the force will be less. So we can get hurt less or not hurted, right? So these are the applications of second law of motion. We can have another examples also for the time interval, that is athletes. Athlete always jump on a cushion bed or sand. Why? Because to increase the time interval of landing, right? Because cushioned bed provide some time to get change in the velocity. This time interval decreases the force to hurt you or to hurt the athlete's leg. Okay, now we can find the values which are related to this formula by some methods. Like if we have given with force, acceleration, we can find out the time interval, and if we are given with time and acceleration, we can find the force applied, right? So let's do some numericals related to the second law of motion. Let's have numerical of your book, that is 9.1 example. What it says: a constant force acts on an object of mass m, that is 5 kgs, for a duration of 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of applied force. This is the first question we are going to solve. We have given, this is 9.1 example. What is given? Mass of the body is 5 kg. Okay. Now we have velocity, initial velocity. The initial velocity we represent it as u, 3. Final velocity as 7 meter per second. Okay. And the time interval is 2 seconds. Now, according to the second law of motion, we have the formula, that is force is equal to mass into acceleration. Now, where is acceleration is given? There is no acceleration, but we know that acceleration is v minus u divided by t is equal to acceleration, right? On applying this formula, we can calculate the acceleration, but I am here putting this value here. Force is equal to mass velocity minus initial velocity divided by t. On solving, we get force is equal to, mass is 5, final velocity is 7, initial velocity is 3 and time is 2. Now solve it. We have force is equal to 10 Newton, right? There is another question in it. Now, if the force was applied for the duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity? So, we get the force. Now, we have the force. Now, we need to find out the final velocity. Okay. So, what we will do? We will take the same formula. Force is equal to mass velocity minus u divided by t. On rewriting, we need to find v. So, I will write it as, okay. So, final velocity we need to find. So, this will be written as same. Initial velocity is 3. Force is, we have calculated yet, 10. Time is 5 seconds. This 5 seconds is the time applied for 5 seconds, right? So, 5 seconds, and mass is also 5. So, final velocity we get 10 plus 3 is 13 meter per second. So, this is the numerical which is based on the second law of motion. Now, let's take another question from your exercise. This is question number 8. Okay, so we have the question number 8, that an automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kgs. What must be the force between vehicle and road if the vehicle is to be stopped with a negative acceleration 1.7 meter per second square? So, we are given with mass of the vehicle is 1500 kgs, okay, and we have given the acceleration but in the opposite direction. So, we will write it as negative minus 1.7 meter per second square, okay. Now, we need to find what? We need to find the force applied. So, according to second law of motion, force is equal to mass into acceleration, right? So, force we need to calculate, mass is 1500 and acceleration is minus 1.7 meter per second square. So, on multiplying we will get minus 2550 Newton. So, this will be your answer. So, this is the second law of motion and their application. Do the numericals which are related to second law of motion.